I'm Mike from Body Smart, physiotherapist. We're just going to go through how to set up this unit on your desk and how to correctly adjust it. So when the unit arrives, just make sure it's positioned evenly on the desk. It's not rotated left or right. So just check that the two poles here are in a good position, and your chair is going to be positioned centrally. If you're using two screens, you want to be directly located in between the two screens. With coming through and looking at the sides of the unit, just we've got the adjustment paddles here. There's one on each side, and we press those in here to adjust, and then it lifts up and down from there. As you're putting your keyboard and mouse in, just make sure it's not going to get caught anywhere. In the pack, there's a couple of cable ties that come through, and they've got a adhesion. You just peel that off, you put the cable through, and pop that in onto the undersurface of the desk, making sure your cables aren't going to get scissored in any of the attachment points. With the placement of the monitors, they want to be positioned when you're sitting down about arm's length away, and the monitor height should be adjusted so you're looking at the top third of the screen. Your keyboard and mouse need to be positioned close to the front edge of the desk, and when you're putting the unit on the desk, because there's about a 15mm difference now and the keyboard and the mouse is slightly higher, you want to adjust your chair for the sitting position up about 15mm. So just a small adjustment to make sure when you're sitting, when your elbows are at 90 degrees, you're just clearing the top of the desk there. So we're not going to have to be elevating our desk too much or raising our wrist. With adjusting the unit, we make sure the chair's positioned out the way, and then coming through, contacting the desk with our leg to take some weight through there to reduce the load through our lower back, keeping your elbows more in by your side as opposed to out there. So we rest our hands on the desk, press the paddles, and then the desk should raise up fairly easily up to a position. As we raise the desk up, we want to raise it to a position where when we're standing with our elbows at 90 degrees, we're just clearing the top of the desk. If the unit is positioned too high and you're hitting the desk, it's going to mean that you're elevating your shoulders, which is going to cause neck and shoulder pain. So what we need to do is adjust it up to a position where we're just clearing the top of the table, so we're in a more comfortable standing position there. With the ratio of sit to stand, the recommended amount is 15 minutes for every hour. So that's 15 minutes of standing to about 45 minutes of sitting. It's all about the movement, so you want to be getting up and standing and then sitting, standing, sitting throughout the day. So you're not wanting to stand for several hours and then sit for several hours. Try to get up and move to that ratio. It's all about the movement. When you're standing up, you're going to make sure that you're standing with flat shoes. So you're not standing with heels, as that's going to change the position of the pelvis and potentially cause lower back pain. So have a pair of flat shoes handy, or if you don't, even with no shoes on, if that's safe in your work environment. So standing up, flat shoes, and trying to keep your lower tummy engaged, pulling your belly button in, good posture in standing. If you're standing for some time and you find that you're starting to lean on this or really fidget and change positions, it's time to sit down again. So sit down, refresh your body a little bit, sit for a while, and then try to stand again later. It's important when you're standing to also make sure the chair is out of the way and not going to create a trip hazard for anyone else or yourself. And when you're sitting down at your workstation, it's important for you to perform regular stretches. So Got a range of stretches available, but just mainly focusing on stretching the neck and twisting the mid-back. That's it for today.